This is Nate's Pop-Up Podcast, Part 2, here on the Venture Cafe deck. I am sitting here with Yuliya and Dee. Dee, yep. Dee, how do you pronounce your last name, Dee?
Chiluiza.
Chiluiza. Woo. Okay. So there's Dee's name. Dee, how do you pronounce that?
Chiluiza.
Chiluiza, Dee Chiluiza. Yuliya and Dee have a startup that spins off of part one of this podcast, Cleanerino, which was founded by Yuliya Polkylko. Once again, I'm killing your name. I know it, and I apologize.
It's okay. It's all good.
So bad. Dee and Yuliya have founded SkinGenius, and SkinGenius is actually a pivot or we'll go with a pivot. A second company that spun out of Cleanerino. So with that, I'm going to throw it to these two lovely ladies and let them introduce the company and tell you a little bit about it.
Sure. So SkinGenius is a skincare recommendation platform that takes into account people's allergies, sensitivities, existing routines, pretty much acts as an esthetician in your pocket. So whenever a person wants to buy new skincare products, SkinGenius analyzes what they already have, what works for them, and recommends products that are going to complement the existing routine or advise against products that are not going to be complementary.
Dee, you want to add anything to that?
Well, yeah, what is going to make the difference for Cleanerino is that we're using a lot of strong scientific data, strong scientific background, and also data analytics. And what we are approaching is to have good algorithm that will be able to analyze the users' needs or the preference of the product, the need, the skin condition, and we will match those to the components of all the products that we will be in our database. Oh, sorry. Okay, perfect. Not that smart for a microphone. Yeah, so that is what is going to be a big difference with Cleanerino is a scientific SkinGenius. Sorry, SkinGenius Cleanerino is the scientific the data that we're going to be using is scientific with strong scientific background and the data analytics and the algorithm that will be able to match the right products to the users.
So is this? I know Cleanerino is kind of like a marketplace for clean skincare. What is SkinGenius going to be? Is it like an app, or is it a hard device? What's the nature of it? What exactly is it?
So it will act as two things. I can even say three things. So we're going to go to market as a B2C recommendation platform that will be a plugin that people can add to their browser. So whenever they go somewhere,
so this will be something that's web based. It'll be a web based, dare I say, a software type of thing.
Yes, it's one of the things that you can act as. So it's a web-based application that follows the user wherever they go, wherever they shop. It can recognize the page. It will be able to recognize the page as a skincare product. We'll be able to read the ingredients and tell the person if it's a good product, if it's going to complement their routine, what is the degree of compatibility. And the other side of it will be the app that a person can use as they're shopping online or in person, because a lot of us love to go to in-person venues, be it a farmer's market where small makers sell their products, or a Sephora or something like that, where you can literally feel and smell the products and you want to know how compatible it is for your skin type and conditions.
So, Dee, I'll ask you this. Since it's been, I think, a month and a half so far, right?
Yeah.
So this is really, really new. I'm not even going to get into the challenges because I think that you might not have seen them yet. What do you expect is going to be some of the bigger hurdles getting this project off the ground? How far along are you after 30, 45 days?
It's a little difficult to predict how far we are until completion of the project. I think one of the challenges, first of all, is to complete the data set. We're building a data set based on scientific, as I mentioned, scientific background. So we need to make sure that every information that we put there has been published, has been analyzed, has been confirmed Yeah, not just information that is taken from the website, but it has to be scientifically proven. So that's it's more than a challenge. It's something that's going to take a little bit of time, and we are building machine learning or AI. We're working on that to be able to acquire that information faster, and that's going to be the challenge to build that.
So you mentioned AI. Is this going to be an AI type of software, like a if I had to call it like a software play, just using I don't know business lingo as a software play? Is it going to be an AI
Eventually,
component?
we are not there yet. We're not there yet, but eventually that idea to have something that will be able to pull that information and build our data set. We're working on that.
Interesting. So how long do you think it's going to take before you have your MVP for this project ready to go?
So we have something that we can already call an MVP that runs that we can run. So it's just not available to the customer yet, and we are in the process of testing a few things. And hopefully, in the next couple of weeks, maybe by the end of June, we'll be able to release something to a very small set of customers. I don't know, initial users, and we're only doing this for the feedback. And that's going to be very small but very accurate. And from there, we'll continue building.
So it sounds like what you're talking about is releasing like a closed beta of the program. When's that? What's the time frame on that?
So our fingers crossed by the end of June.
Okay. So wow, June. That's like June, like this June.
Yeah, this June.
Oh wow. Okay, that's fast.
Yeah, it is because we already built a small data set, and that's going to be our test.
Wow.
And then from there,
And is that going to include?
it's a process that it takes. It's like I'm going to, it's like many projects might fail because the statistics are not well done. We are going to make sure that everything in the statistic is correct. It's good, so it's strong. So and from there we start growing, and then we had to check every point, every step that there are no mistakes. So once we grow, it's a process. Once we go to the next stage, then it can grow faster. But we cannot go too fast yet. But we're hoping to have something by the end of this month.
That sounds pretty fast. That's just me. I'm just saying. Because, yeah, end of June. Well, it's June 13th today.
Well, don't expect a full app or anything, by the end of June. We're talking about an MVP, something a user can plug and play with and give us feedback. And we're basing everything that we're building on science, and we're also involving estheticians and subject matter experts to sanity check everything, because data is great, but you cannot discount a good well-rounded expert.
So, do you have your crowd, I guess, that's the word I'll go with, your crowd for your closed beta together yet, or are you looking for users to be part of your closed beta?
So we have about 100 subscribers on our mailing list, folks who expressed interest in testing and who actually expressed interest in being customers. So we're going to release to a very small group and then grow that group. So 100 people right now.
Yeah. And we need to run it, we need to test it, and then we need to adjust it.
So if people wanted to get on your mailing list when there's a broader release, give them your pitch.
Sure. If you want to be the first few people who get access to SkinGenius, what do I do? Sorry, can I do it again?
No, just keep going. Keep going.
So if you are someone
This is the sales part. This is something you're just going to have to get used to as a startup. Here comes Sales 101. Don't stop.
Sure. So if you're someone who's struggling with skin sensitivities or allergies, who's been trying to find the right product and have been buying the wrong bottles and jars, throwing them away, creating a lot of waste and hating all of it, I think you really want to be on our mailing list. So go to skingenius.io. There is a form. Add your name, add your email, and we'll reach out when we're ready to launch. And we'll be looking forward to your feedback, learning from you, and getting to know you as a person, and helping your skin be glowing and beautiful.
Look at that. Awesome. So with that, we're going to wrap up this session of Nate's Pop-Up Podcast. We are at Venture Cafe, so I'm going to go get a beer. We'll wrap this up and say thank you very much to Dee. Thank you very much for
Thank you
Yuliya.
very much for this opportunity.
Oh, no, anytime. And 3 months, we want to have you back, see where everything is. Work in progress. We're going to see how this all goes. I am expecting the world in 90 days.
Oh no, no pressure.
Yeah, none at all. Thanks. We'll see you all later.
Thank you.